I also teach them how to get a deeper voice, because a deeper voice is always going to go down well. And it is entirely something you can train. And here's proof of concept. Actually, I'll give you two proof of concepts that this is trainable. One, anyone who can impersonate Morgan Freeman, they had to learn that. They had to develop, because Morgan Freeman has a super deep voice. And he talks about how he gets a deep voice. It's all about relaxing the vocal cords and ways you can train them to do that. But dudes who are impressionists, they have to learn to relax their vocal cords and get them like that so they can impersonate Morgan Freeman. So it's a totally learnable skill. And the other example I came across very recently, because I started playing around again I used to do a bit of yoga back in the day, and I took a break for it for a while, and I got back into Yin Yoga, hot Yin Yoga recently. Which you sit in a room for like an hour, it's hot as hell, and you just stay in stretches for like 5 to 6 minutes at a time. But there's a lot of deep belly breathing through your nostrils is one of the main focuses of Yin Yoga. And two, there's a bit of oming, like om chants and things like that. And I noticed that I've never seen a female yoga instructor who has a high-pitched voice. They all have like relatively, for women, relatively deep voices. And it's because what they're doing all the time is they're chanting these like deep, resonant om sounds, and they're breathing deep into their belly. These are a couple of the components of developing a deeper voice. And it's like, okay, here's another perfect example of it being played out in real time, So this is all absolutely learnable. And then I focus on another thing. So once guys have sort of learned, okay, here's how I can perfect my delivery, I actually encourage them to start playing with it before you even get to the bedroom, through the power of voice notes. Voice notes, man, are this magical. They're so powerful. I'm going to give away a bunch of stuff, because you say it's a hack, and I agree. It's so especially on Instagram. Voice notes are stupidly powerful. So my quote unquote game or whatever, right, is I take girls from like a dating app, and I take them to my Instagram, and then I try to set up the dates on the Instagram, because my Instagram's a bit of a flex, so I take advantage of it.
Right. Yeah.
And one of the things you'll notice is my opening message is a voice note. It's always a voice note. And the reason for that is, if you go through your Instagram inbox, you can see the first line of text that people are sending you. So every other dude who's sliding in her inbox, she can read what he said to her before, without even having to open the message. But with me, it says voice note, and women are curious as hell. They are curious like a cat.
They're going to have to open it.
She's got to have to open it. So she has to open it to see what, and then she has to click on the damn thing to hear it. And so that's already 2 layers of commitment, of investment, more than every other dude is getting.
Right.
Okay?
That's a fucking soundbite, guys. Take notes.
Yeah.
Take some fucking notes here.
And obviously, you can convey a lot more of your personality and confidence through voice than you can through pure text. And you can say things, you can get away with things that might be a little bit more risque through voice than versus through text. So one of the things one of the lines I give away in this, I'll give it away right now. I use this verbatim all the goddamn time. So if any women are watching right now who I've been in contact with on Instagram, sue me. One of the things I always say is, so I'll send a voice note to start with, and maybe 1 or 2 to follow up or whatever. I'll try to stick to the voice if I can. Especially if she replies back to me with a voice note, which tends to happen within the first like 5 or so messages. They'll give me 1, right? My immediate follow-up is always, I didn't expect that voice to come out of your face. Now, if I wrote that, it might be taken very offensively. But if I say it with a cheeky inflection, she knows I'm fucking around. She knows I'm joking. She knows I'm being cocky, right? So I can say something that's a bit more risque and a bit more edgy, and it will land way better. I come across as cocky. I come across as confident. I come across as a guy with a bit of balls, who's not afraid of offending her. But it's way less likely to actually offend her because my voice is all there. You see? So that's a cheeky little line you can all steal.
Excellent. Yeah, thanks for that.